Ci credi che esiste un'anima?
Hi, I'm Ellie Torrez and you're watching The Fan Carpet. I'm here at the Italian London Short Film Festival and it's our first edition, so we are going to meet a lot of Italians, a lot of talented Italians, directors, producers, actors, they're all here. Let's see what we've got in store. Hello.
Hello.
We have the lovely actress Livia here.
Hello.
We also have Laura, who's a writer and producer, and we also have director Claudio. So please, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Claudio Gargano. I'm a director and editor, and I was born as an editor, but then I passed to directing. Yeah.
Lovely. And you directed a film called The Maze of the Soul. Is that correct?
Yeah. It's my first feature film, and it's an esoteric fantasy dark story.
What's it about?
It's about a character who finds the key to immortality through the net energy hidden in the town of Naples. Naples, not the usual city we know by mass media, but a dark, suggestive, intriguing metropolis.
Fantastic. And it's shot entirely in Italy, is that correct?
Yeah, we shot in Italian, but we're in Naples, and we're finishing it, the post-production, because we need more CGI effects, because to make the effect of energy and something else.
Well, the trailer was beautiful. I mean, the backdrop of Naples is unbelievable, and the CGI effects that you've already added really add something to it, a little bit of magic. So, how long is your film?
Oh, it's about 18 minutes.
18 minutes?
Yeah, 18 minutes, and it's a very low budget. In fact, we'd like to remake it with a very higher budget.
It's true you made this film for 7,000 euros?
About, yeah, very, very low.
Yeah, very low budget, but you would like to actually extend it and possibly make it into a feature film or a serial, a series.
Yeah, our idea is we see it as the pilot episode of a serial, of an esoteric fantasy serial, like many other from Stranger Things to Sense8 to Penny Dreadful, like for the Gothic, and for the team we talking about parallel worlds. We could talk about Philip Dick's novel. Amazon is making a serial about a short novel by Philip Dick and this parallel world. Yeah, and so there are themes that are felt by people. Yeah,
absolutely. It's very popular at this time as well. And who did the soundtrack?
Oh, Luigi Stazio, a Napolitan musician who has written many original scores for drama, for theatrical pieces, and many other things.
It really carries the film and uplifts the film. It's very powerful. Okay. Just moving on to the lovely Livia, we have actress Livia here. She actually stars in the film. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Okay, my character is a very interesting character because it's very ambiguous. So she is supposed to be one of the good person that has to guide the lead character to find himself and find the doors for going on the other side, so remember the things. But in the end, she ends up to be like also a bad one. She has a past that will come through, and you can see that. It was very interesting because you can like go around a very different level of emotion. That's nice.
Absolutely. And how was it working with Claudio here? How did you work with you as actors?
Well, for me, I really believed in the project for the very beginning, and I thought that was very easy. They were just giving me things, and we were just understanding each other, and it was very, very nice. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. And the lovely Laura here, you wrote and produced this film. I know that Livia here is going to translate a little bit because your English is a little bit broken. But please tell us a little bit about what inspired the film.
Ok, ha detto sei la produttrice, che cosa ti ha ispirato in questo film?
Ok, mi hanno ispirato principalmente le mie ricerche esoteriche nell'ambito della storia esoterica di Napoli e dell'Europa.
Okay, she was inspired by esoteric research about esotericism in Naples and in Europe, because she has studied a lot of these things, all the symbolism in esoteric stuff.
So mythology and oracles.
Yes, rituals and old religion.
So almost like old wives' tales. Like people like really believe in some of these things, and they follow them, like walking over 3 drains or like walking under ladders. Like it's things that people actually believe in.
Yeah, ha detto praticamente come è bello pensare che alcune persone credono veramente in queste cose, come quelli che non passano sotto la scala, però c'è qualcosa di vero.
Ok, allora questa è superstizione. In realtà l'esoterismo fa parte della cultura dei romani, dei greci, dei popoli antichi, quindi del mito. La superstizione è una cosa, l'esoterismo è una filosofia di vita in cui già credevano gli antichi.
Well, what we are talking about here is more superstition, which is not what is in the movie, because she is going back to old mythology, which is a culture that comes from Greece and from Celtic studies, and
that's storie vere.
Yeah, it's real.
They were based on stories that were told years ago. Were they told to children or when you were growing up? Or?
Le raccontavano ai bambini o le raccontavano a te?
No, sono scritte nei libri antichi.
They wrote in the ancient books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She researched things in a very high level, like a degree in like very mysteric things. So they're real research.
Oh wow!
Egyptians
and energies. You were talking about energies quite a lot.
E parlavi di energie prima.
Sì, perché la Terra è come viva. The Earth is life, no? E quindi è così come le vene del corpo, anche la Terra ha delle vene, cioè in cui scorrono l'energia.
Okay, so because she thinks that heart is a thing that is real and is alive, and as in your body you have veins, and in those veins you have energy going around, the same thing happens in the heart. So there are like energy going around inside the heart and connecting the different places on the world. So there are
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when you walk into a room and there's a bad energy, you can feel it instantly when you walk into a room, or if someone like
collegandoti a queste vene tu open the stargate.
Stargates.
Yeah, and it's a way to feel this energy you were talking about. It's the same thing that you feel when you come in the room, but she's saying if you connect this energy and you open your mind to them, you can open the stargate and connect all together with your energy.
That's amazing. And would you like to develop this into a series or a feature film?
Vorresti che diventasse una serie televisiva o un film o cosa?
Entrambe.
Yeah, she would be very happy if the thing developed in any of the both way you said, because there is a lot of material in it, so that would be very nice.
This is a question for all of you actually. How do you feel it being an Italian film, how it would be received internationally or with an English-speaking audience? Do you think it would still resonate with any audience, even if they don't speak Italian?
The difficult I know is the language. So
it's subtitled.
Yeah, we have put subtitles so we can try to be understood. But
do you think the story stands that would be of interest of people from other cultures, though? And
I think the story is so intense and intriguing and suggestive that can be understood by audience in all the countries, because it deals with universal energies and with the might, mystery, and magic. And sooner or later, everybody is attracted by these themes. And so I think it's our ancestral past. It's part of us. And so we feel it in our veins. And I think everybody can be interested or attracted in it.
Absolutely. And how about you? Do you think it would speak to an Italian film would speak to an English audience?
I think that the subject is very interesting, internationally talking. So I really think that if we find a production that can actually help us to not translate past everything in English and probably find places to shoot in London, which is very, very full of energies anyway, I think yes, audience might be very interested, because the subject of the movie is like, wow, it's what people want all the time, don't we?
I mean, you spoke earlier as well about this particular particular episode being shot in Naples, and that this episode or this film is shot in Naples. But it could be that if it was made into a series, it could potentially be shot one episode in Naples, one episode in London, one episode in Paris. I mean, the actual cinematography and the level that you've actually managed to get with 7,000 euros is incredible.
Yes, it is incredible for me too.
So what's next for you?
I think it could be set in every town that has a history, because
that's what it's about. It's about history.
The plot is about history. So every town with a strong iconic history can be the set for a plot like this one.
And the architecture. So if it was in London, maybe it would have Big Ben in the background.
I think London is rich. I think we could set in London many stories, esoterical stories, because it has a so intense, dramatic, and interesting story. There are many legends, many from the Arthurian cycle to the Celtic mythology. You have a country full of all this.
Maybe England even more.
Yeah,
maybe England.
So you need to start writing. You need to write the next episode about England.
Scrivere il prossimo episodio sull'Inghilterra.
Sì, è vero, è vero.
True.
Lo scrivo in inglese.
And she will write it in English.
Absolutely. So what have you got coming up next, Livia?
Oh, I am actually at the moment working on a new show that will be a play about Jim Morrison's life and his love story with Pam Carson, and I will play Pam Carson, so I'm very happy about it.
Oh, that's very exciting. You had a photo shoot for that quite recently.
Yeah, that was very nice, and people were like quite not recognize me with the long red hair, so I was like, really
you looked
proud
amazing.
of me. Thank you, love. Yeah.
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.